Morning all and sundry. Some cases it's evening all, and in some cases it's really good morning all. It is Party Monday indeed, friends, as you all know. What a glorious time we're having. I figured out how to fix the exposure issues on that camera. G'day, Arnulin, Rumble, Fen, Topolus, Sergeant Benton, Meferoy, Captain Salty. Hello all. Cheers. Party Monday. We celebrate Mondays because it's a wondrous time in the week. A week full of opportunity lies ahead of us. A week where we can celebrate being alive and being able to paint toy soldiers. So it's a great time, really. So what we're going to do today is actually something I wasn't expecting on doing. Morning, Shadow Ubro. We've got hello Randos89. I promised everyone that we were going to start this Crusader tonight. And we are, probably. Baldy McBaldface. But today, in a absolutely glorious case of timing, these products that I ordered from one manufacturer on the internet, and these products that I ordered from a separate manufacturer on the internet arrived. So I feel like it's time for us to try putting on some decals. And I did see David's Dwarves, yes. I was just chatting to him before about them. So we're going to try something because I've never done it before. Well, that's not true. I did decals a long time ago. I haven't done it in a long time. So we're going to try and do some decals. So here's some crossed keys for Sir K. Isn't that perfect? Isn't that perfect indeed? So let's cut those bad boys out, shall we? We'll just try and make sure that's the right one because there's different sizes across it. So these decals are from Green Stuff World. Look, I considered doing freehand, but I thought I'd give this a try because I haven't done them in a long time, and I thought, you know what, could be interesting. So before we throw that in the water, we're going to get some of this micro set. G'day, Paulie. So this is a learning experience for me, so let's just give it a try. This one is called Micro Set. This softens, decals and improves adhesion. So we're going to put a little bit of this in here so that I'm not going to tip over things. Correct, you can in fact paint over them. Andy Wardle did a little how-to on his Patreon the other day. Well, it was like 4 months ago, but it was what made me decide to do it. So I've got a fresh brush. That's just water in here. And this is the decal stuff. So I'm going to get some of this and we're going to try and paint this on old mate. It's just got my good tweezers and everything. Here we go. This is fun. So I poured my resin. Oh. Good, mate. I poured my resin on my base the other night, and as I said, I had a bit of a bleed, bit of liquid bleeding, So I'm going to have to do a second pour tonight. But once I've completed this resin pour and these decals and a few little touches, we're done. We're calling it a day. So I watched several videos on how to do this with the decals, right? One of the things that some people did was actually use this micro set to soak it in. Hello, Nicky Jaguar. To soak this in. So but I've not done that. Crossed keys like this. Yeah, that's what some people did on the videos. So actually just better get my cotton tips before we go crazy here. Yeah. So, coolio, we're actually going to use a scalpel to trim that off shortly. So we've got our keys in place. We're just going to remove some of this gear now using this. Get a very sharp blade, very sharp indeed. Don't tip that over, Deno. Like $9. Oh. Alright. So that's good. So I'm going to try and dry that with my hairdryer. I've never done this before, friends. This is all experience. G'day, Wampa. So the second part of the process is we use this red one, which is called Micro Sol, and we can all thank Wampa for this. This was his and then we just coat a little bit of that on there. Then we're going to leave that to dry. So the way that these two products work, this one helps the setting. This one helps the decal set and conform it to a irregular surface. So you paint this one on afterwards. This one helps you place it in the right spot. That's my understanding of them. So we'll give that another layer once it's dried. So let's have a look at my decal sheets and see if we can find something interesting for, because we need to do this guy. I'm going to put something on his chest, probably in white. Probably this cross here actually. This one. So we'll do that. We need to find a cool thing for Uther's cloak. I'm thinking very, very seriously about putting these on. Oh, on ya, Frankie boy. Good work, buddy. Just wait till you get to my age, mate, then you just start doing them sitting down again. It's the best. I thought for sure there'd be a dragon on these or something. What's that? That's a lion, isn't it? It's a lion rampant. Is that a Welsh dragon? That one? I think that's a Welsh dragon, isn't it? Oh mate, my weekend was good. So I did a small amount of preparation for this, friends. I actually sprayed these with a satin varnish first. So, so the satin varnish gives it a better surface for the decal to adhere to. Decal. Don't do that left-handed. They probably do. This one's actually already come off. All the water in Australia is warm, mate. Come on, Dino. Come on, mate. Get yourself together. Here we go. Yes. I watched a number of videos today just to make sure I was ready to go. Evidently, I didn't watch enough of them. Come on down. Alright, this one is the interesting one because I don't really know what to do here. I may actually have to paint this one. I think we'll have to paint that one here because I need it to be this same red. Not really any good ones of these. Alright, I'll have to paint that one, I guess. This is interesting, isn't it? Nice one, Deno. One of your best, mate. Come on. Pull yourself together, mate. Just realised I've got no sound. I don't know who any of those people are. What did they get banned from? Ah. I'm ready. Sign me up. Sign me up for the hot tub streaming. I'm in. Fuck, they better not touch Party Monday. It's the one time of the week everyone looks forward to. Myself included. Cheesy biscuit fingers. Hello. Quite partial to some cheesy biscuit fingers myself. Alright. That's looking good. It's looking shiny at the moment, but we can fix that. Cheesy biscuit fingers, mate, it's going glorious. Thank you for asking. Just in case people don't know what Camelot is, here is a little video for all of your viewing pleasure. Thanks, Wampa. We're very close now, actually. I did the waterfall, done most of the lake. We're doing the decals, and then we're done. We are done. Done and done. Alright, so this one's just going to be all red crosses and stuff. Here we go. So I think we use these big block ones. Wampa, you're very funny, mate. Everyone thinks so. Well, this has been a fun experience, using transfers again. It takes me a long time back. Hello, Space Toy. Last time I did transfers was way back in my early Games Workshop days, and I definitely didn't use Micro Sol or Micro Set back in those days. That is a fact. I wonder if I would use these more often. I wonder. I guess we'll see what they look like when they're finished. Like there. Yep. Too big. One of those there. One of those on there. One of those there. Cool. Alright. Let's try this out. Yeah. It'll just take some time. I guess I wonder if I could just do this freehand quicker. Wonder if that's where my reticence comes from. One of your best dinner all time, mate. Sure, mate. Just send me a DM on there. Happy Party Monday, Chris Pete. We're playing with some transfers, mate. Some water slide transfers. That's what they used to call them back in my day. They're called Decals now. That looks about the right angle. Should it just be a smidge more across? I feel like it should just be a smidge more across. Alright. To answer your question, yes. The little dude did get hidden. Damn you. Yes, part of the reason why I've decided I'm not a fan of transfers is I do feel like I could do this myself potentially quicker. But you got to try these things out, haven't you? Why would you get in your home? Alright, so one of the cool things about these products is these little air bubbles that you can see. Yes, as Wampus just said, these little air bubbles that you can see, the solution that we use for the second part will help remove those. Very good so far, very good. I'll show you where he is, mate. Actually, is he on this video? He's not. He's right up the top beside that big rock on the top right. I haven't got any pictures of him because I made a point of not putting pictures of him out in the world. we work out if this one was the right size to go on this little thing? Too big. This is a bit of fun though, doing this stuff. I'll piss that off. Sorry. Bit of fun. Haven't really done this before. Laddie Donglegs, ahoy hoy. It's quite an amusing name, really. I used to get called Daddy Longlegs when I was at school a bit. One of my nicknames. Come here, little fella. Oh, look, I'm very well, mate. Thank you for asking. Just mucking about with some transfers at the moment. How long did you wait, Wampa, before you got started on the next layer of the micro sole? That looks pretty dry. No, we got this bad boy, mate. This bad boy, big banner. So do you reckon now would be too soon? It's too late to apologize. I'm trying on the other two. G'day, Voodoo. Laddie Donglegs, thank you for following. I like to live dangerously. Alright, this one's just going to have cross maybe? Big cross, g'day Snick Son. Cross. Cross back here. Yeah, cross back there. So I am excited to see the end of this project, friends. And it's going to be glorious when I finally, g'day Raisin, when I finally get to there's a fleur-de-lis here. Should probably use a fleur-de-lis. When I finally get to take some photos of this bad boy. Feels like it's been a while since I've taken photos of a project that is finished and uploaded it to my Putty and Paint profile. And then we shall attempt to sell this project figure out where that goes. Oh mate, Phew. I'm a well organised man. Can't fucking do transfers to save my life, but oh, I just put that in my mouth. Don't do that. It's good advice in general, really. There we go. It's okay if they are, mate. Just going to wash them down with some beer. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to varnish the... Thank you, Chris. We're going to varnish this transfer, and it should give it the appearance of that I've painted it on, which, as we all know, is a straight up and down lie. But it will make it look like I did, and that is what matters. That people think I'm very good at this. And after that, we can do some painting. Yeah, so Andy Wardle did a really good video on his Patreon where he showcased using some, g'day TJ, where he used some transfers on a model he was working on. And it came out pretty cool. And that was actually, and then he painted over the top of it. So that was what the initial thought was. But we'll give this a try. What's the worst that can happen on my project that I've spent 8 weeks on? You know? Surely no bad things will happen. That's a great pun as well. How can I transfer them to you? Oh, beautiful. Joanne, you're right. Beautiful. Look at that. That does look pretty cool, actually. I mean, I could do that with a brush, but it would take quite a while longer. Le fleur de lis? Oui, oui. Where can I put le fleur de lis? Oh, the fleur de lis would have been better there, probably. That's a shame. I don't think I'm going to get the fleur de lis on there. Well, normally I would agree with you, mate, but I can do it pretty well these days. Probably not as well as this, though. You're absolutely right. Absolutely correct. True. True enough. I think that will do. I think that will be sufficient. This was fun. I like these. If you ask about the base colour, it's the Chimera models Michael Contreras. No, Michael Pizarski. There, you reckon? Or here? Okay. We will get started on that Crusader at some point, friends. Some point tonight. You're gonna tear me up just to tear me down. Bum, 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 bum. I like to do 3 transfers at once. I feel like that makes it a lot easier. Ah, opium and blood. Thanks, mate. That's awesome of you. What a legend. Thanks, mate. Good call, Wampa. Good call, mate. Alright. So, I won't do any micro sol or micro sol, whatever it is, on those just yet. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, Tobes is here. G'day, Tobes. This is my other thing. This is my other problem, right? I'm such an impatient motherfucker that like having to wait for this is just torturous. Torturous. Okay, Spiller. How are you, mate? Didn't see you there, pal. Oh, yeah, oils. Could you imagine Big Deno on oils? That'd be fucking terrible. Yeah, I'm very impatient. I'm very impatient, as you well know. But I have actually got such a thing ready to go, so maybe we'll just be very nice and calm and patient for a change. They're still fun though, eh? Alright, quick poll. Do I paint a Camelot symbol on that? Or do I get started on the Crusader? Quick vote. 10 seconds to vote. Crusader or Dragon thing. 1 for Camelot. 2 for Camelot. 3 for Camelot. 1 for Crusader. Another 1 for Camelot. Voted for by myself. And time. Camelot wins. Let's paint us a little dragon, shall we? Good one, Rumble. Good one, Benton. Thank you, Joanne. Now I've got to try and remember how I did the blue. The red. I think we mixed blue and red. Blue. Red shade. Red. Bit of black. And I think we used white. Alright, did we find, I think we found a Welsh, we were going to do a Welsh dragon, weren't we? Is that the go? No. Alright. I think I can do that. I did not order either of those things actually. Sort of wish I did on the Ronin, but I did not in the end. So, yep, so we're going to try and do the red in the same colour as this. Try. Alright, so oof, needs to sort of be like this. Nope. I've just got so many, well, I was going to say I've got so many models. It's actually not true. I don't have a lot of models at the moment. But I've got enough Kickstarters coming that I don't think I needed to go in on it. A good example of me testing my theory that I can paint this quicker than I can do a transfer. It starts up again in a week's after this weekend's games. So yeah, just a 1 weekend off. Go Duns it on. turns around. He's got a fat belly. Fat belly dragon. Mate, pretty much I am finishing the very last models as we speak. Everything is done. I've got a little bit of resin left to pour, but yeah, everything is done. So technically we are finished. All the hard stuff. And this is just an absolute non-essential thing that I decided that I had to do. As always. No one notices this shit but me normally. Just, I think I've fixed the resin. I'm going to do the second pour tonight and hope that we're good. I did, yes. I tinted the first one. In a way, this is a bit of a blessing in disguise because I tinted the first one and the tint that I used was probably a little bit too strong. So this is going to let us correct that. Probably not going to do any tinting on the next one. So there'll be a dark tint underneath, which is cool. I just put the tiniest spot in too, like the tiniest spot of dye. Went crazy. Like a proper. I thought I moved it. Oh, no, it's still over there. It's like a proper resin dye tinting stuff that I bought at the same place as I bought the resin. So. As we all know, friends, freehand is not one of my strengths. I do need to do some more of it though, I think. It's actually organic shapes that I struggle with the most. I can do flat shapes pretty easily actually. Like edges. Smooth edges. Wine red. I feel like I use wine red. You don't know you're beautiful. Oh. Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you whip your hair gets me overwhelmed. And when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell you don't know. Oh. You don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. So do I, mate. No, you're beautiful. Who's up to date with Loki? I'm enjoying it very much. Thus far, it is my favourite of the Marvel series. I give 8-pointed star painting. It is easily my favourite of the 3 Marvel movies, TV shows so far. Easily. Look, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Well, that is not a bad thing because Umbrella Academy was awesome. Yes, setting up for Doctor Strange. Anything Owen Wilson is in, I'm just there. Like, wow. I love him. He did a movie called I Spy with Eddie Murphy. It's one of my all-time favourite movies. Hey, come on now. Hey, come on now. At least let me see the goods. It's a quote from I Spy. Wow. So, having him in the Marvel Universe is just doing it for me in a big way. Alright, I'm going to do a quick airbrush, unify, we're done. Before I do that, let's do some of this micro sol on these chapos. Wow! I'm excited for... Oh shit, it's only 2 days away. I love it coming out on a Wednesday. Yes! I love it. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. I have had it happen a couple of times, but not recently. Like speckled. You know what, I think I was supposed to pop these actually. Yeah, I have had that happen. It isn't actually a problem usually. Tip top. Thank you for subscribing. You can paint over the top of it, no problems, basically. And in some cases, some people would actually make the argument that it's a benefit because it's creating a surface for the paint to adhere to. So some people would argue that that is a good thing. I would argue that those people are idiots. But they're probably right. Okay, I'm putting all of this gear away. Let's paint a new model. I'll do a periodical micro sol every few minutes until I'm satisfied. Wow. Good one, Deno. One of your all times. See if you can break that sword next time, mate. No, I think you can just paint over it, mate. It shouldn't cause you too many problems to just paint over the bad boy. Just looking around at my colours here, friends, maybe trying something different for a base coat. If you do enough thin layers over the top of that, it should be fine. Hello, Nasty Nana. How are you, champion? I do not print my models. No, I purchase mine from a variety of manufacturers. So to go through a couple of models, this model is from Big Child Creatives with the Pendragon, as is this one, Galahad, from a recent Kickstarter. But I paint models like this from Aradia Miniatures, and I paint models like these little guys, which are from Games Workshop. Thank you. Tremendous. Yes, I don't play many games these days, but we do paint a lot of models for fun in a variety of manufacturers. Thank you for the follow. So I need, as per usual, I need some advice on this. This is a Crusader from the 12th century. The box art is black fabric and a white cross. Looks like this. So, should we stick with this colour palette or should we try for something different? And if we're going to try for something different, what, historically speaking, should we be trying for? I'm hoping that someone in the chat has much better knowledge of this particular period of history than I do, and can point me in the right direction around what we can do that will be historically accurate. Voodoo, thank you for the subscription. Opium in Blood wants me to paint him bright pink. My friend, I'm entering him in a competition which is historically minded, and if I was to paint him bright pink, which I would, I feel like I won't get much of a look in from the judges. They'll be like, this guy's taking the piss, isn't he? Classic stitch up. Stitch up. Yes, that's the only other one that I could think of as well, was white with a red cross. So I thought I would see if there was any other options before we go with those colours. One of those two. I mean, it might be nice to try and copy a box art, but do non-metallic metal instead of the true metallics. That could be fun. Black with white cross, black with red cross, or black or white with red cross? What about white with black cross? Is that a go? Wow, okay, I'm getting confused now. It sounds as though we've got three colours, black, white and red, and we've got crosses, and any of those combinations is a goer. I can definitely do a blue sheen. No black cross, okay. Traditional is white with a red cross. Okay. So this one's black with a white cross. I was sort of interested in that. Okay. Well, let's do black. Let's do this. Let's do the black with a white cross, because I've never done that color palette. I think actually maybe I painted some Black Templars a long time ago. Space Marines chapter. I'm out of beer. I think I'm actually physically out of beer too in my house, which is a real shame for Party Monday, but a real win for Big Deno at work tomorrow. I find myself very amusing. I'm sure you do all feel the same way, tremendously so. Oh yeah, we don't have Dan Delivers up here, because you're in Melbourne, aren't you? Maybe you are up here. But we have one called Jimmy Brings, which my girlfriend used the other day for the first time. Where is my fucking peanut butter? There it is. Oh, Ipswich. Does Dan deliver to Ipswich? Gotta do that on camera, don't I? So I did a little thing today, because alongside my transfers arrived my spider serum from Green Stuff World, and so I did my cobwebs in my crypt scene. I'll be interested in your thoughts. I'm not a tremendous fan, So, yes. This is after I did a varnish. I did a varnish because I was concerned about their durability, so I thought maybe if I do a little bit of a varnish, it'll stiffen them up a bit. And it looks like it's done that. And there's a few areas where it came out really nice. Like there looks pretty good, over the back there. That area there looks good, and this little area here looks pretty good. But yeah, there's some areas where it still looks a bit naff. That's not great. The varnish is sort of still drying there, so it's definitely stiffened up. So in case you're wondering, I did this in 3 ways. 3 ways was how I made this particular effect. The first is I used fibre optics cable, which I have a bit of. I bought this from a shop that does fibre optics. There's a big spool of it. It cost me $3. He was like, how many 100 meters do you want of this? And I was like, maybe like 7 meters. And he's like, I'll give you some offcuts. I said, no worries. It was like $3, and that was from shipping. So that was a win. And I've used this actually for fibre optics cable when I did some light on a project that I did. And the second thing I've used it for is water, which I used on my diorama, because it's clear and very fine, but it doesn't look that fine in there. So I created a lattice of fibre optics cable glued together with cyanoacrylate super glue. And then the second thing I did was I used this Oohoo. Oohoo. And I'm actually going to show you how I use the Oohoo right now, because it's pretty neat. It's a pretty fun trick. So we're going to open up the Oohoo right now, like so. And then we're going to get some on my fingers, like so. It's just a glue, doesn't hurt you. And then we're just going to keep doing this. And eventually what happens, I might just zoom this out a smidge so you can see. That's the wrong way. Eventually what happens is you get these little fine strings. And if you keep doing it, those strings get stickier and stickier. You usually have to do it a few times. And then if you get yourself something like this, you can actually go like this. And you can create spider webs. So usually what you do, what I did is you do it like this. So there's the next step. So that's the next thing I did, was use the glue to create spider webs like that. So these are a little pretty durable. Doesn't look it there, but it's because you can make it fairly thick, so it can be pretty durable. And then the final thing that I did was I used this stuff that I bought from Green Stuff World, which is called Spider Serum. Now this may be one of the great stitch-ups of all time, because this stuff, I've seen this done without this particular product. I've seen it done with hair spray. You just spray a bit of hairspray into your cup of your airbrush, and it has a similar effect. But this is specifically manufactured for it, and this is specifically designed to clean it out of your airbrush, so I thought that's worth it. $87 or whatever I paid to get it here from, I don't know how much, it wasn't that much, but it's like $12, €12 or something. So it's a straight stitch up, but it's pretty good actually. And yeah, so then once I had the fibre optics framework and my little Uhu glue in spots on there, we then sprayed the spider serum, and this is what it looks like. So it's okay. The spider serum's really good. Like, this is all spider serum at the back here. That's all spider serum. And again, because I just did the varnish, it looks a little bit more, particularly up like here. That's yeah, that's mostly the varnish sticking to the stuff. It's a little bit more see-through. It looks remarkably like cobwebs. Like, look at this area here. So after I did a few layers of that, I just went through with a brush, a soft dry brush, and just wiped a little bit of it away, and I felt like that helped create a little bit more consistency. I did see you there, Frog Jim. I will sing a song for you, mate. What would you like me to sing? But I was worried about the durability, so I did the varnish to try and up the durability, and I think it's helped because it looks a lot firmer. I touched it before and it seemed to be a bit stiffer, so yeah, interesting. I would consider it not a success, not a failure. So yeah. As you are the wind beneath my wings, fly higher than an eagle. I don't even remember the lyrics to that song. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, there we go. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I would like to be. I can fly higher than an eagle, as you are the wind beneath my wings. Frog Jim. They do look pretty close to cobwebs. Thank you, Paul. They do look pretty close. They're just not quite how I envisaged them. I wanted them to be more, I guess, more thick. And I think if I was to do it again, I would use the lattice of fibre optics cable, and then I would use the Uhu glue before I glued it down to create really thick strands that join the things together, and then I would do that. Then I would do that spray, because the spray looks really good, but it just isn't covering enough, and it's not got enough substance to it. So yeah, it does. It looks like dusty cobwebs. Yeah, exactly, Paul. So anyway, that's this product, and that's how I approached that. So we're not gonna do anything else to that. I'm calling that a day. So, but yeah. Good experience, good practice to try different things. You know, I was thinking about my resin pour, because my resin pour leaked, which is not great, obviously, but I fixed it. It's a new resin too. Like, I've never used that resin before. You may be asking, why did you use that resin on a project like this when you've never used it before? Well, it's a good question, but I'll tell you why I did. It's because the normal resin that I use, Envirotex Light, has quite a high temperature for drying. So as the resin's curing it, it heats up. And I was concerned that it would eat through the foam because of the heat. So I use something that has a much lower temperature for drying. That was my theory. And initially I thought I'd fucked it because it started leaking everywhere. And then it also was dropping down in overall height, and I think it may have been leaking through the resin. No, I'll probably keep doing them. There's not any more. It's just those ones. Do you mean, what am I going to do? Am I going to do more microsol, or am I going to paint over the top of them? Probably is time for another coat. Hey Benny. Yeah, I actually just did some decals and stuff, so I might just do my next coat of that microsol. No, you're a good egg, mate. You're a good egg. Thanks for reminding me. I forget these things. Let that dry. Anyways, I was in mid-gibber about something. Oh yeah, the resin on my water pool. So because it was potentially thinner, I feel like it may have actually been absorbed into the moisture of into the grass that I use, the static grass and stuff. So I don't think I had a completely sealed area, because normally I build my bases. This is the first time I've used that sort of stuff to build a base. Normally I use putty. So to build a base out of foam and then seal it with PVA, it's potentially not enough of a seal for the resin. So it was a few nerve-wracking moments actually, whilst we figured out if it was going to work or not. But it does look like it's worked now. Oh, I just thought of something. I've got something I can show you for the resin. Stand by. Here we go. I just remembered I got this. This is the rest of my pour. It's almost dry now. So this is how I just use the tiniest amount of fucking stuff. And oh yeah, that's solid now. Awesome. Thought I might have got the ratios wrong. Thanks, Rapid Transit. Yeah, I've had fun. So I'll do one more layer of resin, and I sealed it again around the outside to fill it up to the top, fill up the other section, and we'll just wait for that to dry, and then photo time. Photo time, yeah, so great. Fuck, that's hard. Yeah, well, all I'm doing, mate, is I'm doing these decals on these bad boys. We're just sealing the decals in place. I'll probably need to do a little bit of tweaking on the colours of this with a smidge of airbrushing, because that's a bit too white. And I'll do a smidge of spattering of dirt and stuff on this one as well. Maybe just make this a little bit darker also. But yes, we are finished, basically. Just some beautiful layers of varnish, some dirt effects, and a resin pour. And finally call it a day. In a good way. Yeah, I was just thinking that before. I was like, oh, this is weird. It's also weird to be painting something that's got such a fucking shit sculpt. All the fucking Camelot sculpts are just... This guy's face is all fucked up. This guy's got as rough a head as I have. Hey, Jan. Oh yeah, it's real bad. Hey, Jan. Oh yeah, happy streamiversary, Jan. What is that? It was a couple of years of partner or something, wasn't it? Why did you do that, Dano? Cool. Cool, man. Good on you, champion. Dude Scott. G'day, mate. I just spaced out for a second there whilst I was reading your name. Can't really explain why. Boop. Iron Hue. Come on, Dino. Come on, mate. Keep it together. God, what was it? I used to love Kingdom of Heaven. Fucking good movie. Good movie. I do like Master and Commander as well. And The Last Samurai. That's a great film. Let's paint some non-metallic metal, shall we, friends? Rather, let's attempt to paint some non-metallic metal. Haha. Honey Bunny, your fucking model that you're painting is so legit. Should post some pics in here, mate. It's fucking awesome. Whew. Little Dallas multipath. It is unreal, mate. Ben should start looking over his fucking shoulder, I tell you what. Actually, Wampa, I'll allow it, mate. Hard to disagree. Aziz! More light! Whatever that. name was. But I can't watch that. Yeah, it is a dead set banger, mate. Super green. Come in. Come on, man. Hey, come in. Great movie. When have you done another update? When was the last time you painted? Was it still just a week ago? Oh yeah, no, that's fucking magic, mate. Absolute magic. Let me ask you a serious question. May not be that serious, I suppose. Do you think you have an advantage painting a female face because the way you've used the colours on that face is so fucking good, and I would not even know how to fucking start that. Do you think that you have an advantage? Because like, as a female, many times in your life, I assume you've done makeup on your own face. Feel free to call me a sexist pig if you prefer. Just the way you've selected the colours on that face was really, really interesting to me, because I would never have selected the colours in the way that you painted it. Right. So how come you haven't convinced her to do some stuff about the shit fucking pictures on your stream, mate? Yeah, I used to love watching makeup videos. I think I said this on my stream a while back. I used to love watching makeup videos because it's fucking very impressive what you can do with makeup to change the way that a face looks. Maybe I should consider some. I don't know if I ever told you this story, but a few years ago, I was in a shop with some female friend of mine, and we went and picked up some Thin Lizzy, and yeah, I put a smidge on. Fuck, it was good. Made my face look very attractive. So maybe I should wear makeup more often. It is novel to be looking at a different model, different colour palette. Interesting. Alright, so I decided we're just going to stick with the box art fairly closely. I'm just going to Google her right now.
Hi, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful...
Wow, that was louder than I was expecting. Yeah, Fun Lozzie. It was great. Nervous about my resin pour. I'm doing it after I get off stream tonight. Honey Bunny, I'm using a resin that I bought from a resin place, of which I cannot tell you the name of it because I don't know. Clear something. River table resin or something like that. I bought it from a resin place. And I bought it specifically because it has a low temperature whilst curing, because I was worried about my phone melting. It really is. I was chatting about the class I was going to teach in Sydney today to Jim, who is the dude from Stonebeard Jim. Very nice chap. I was just saying to him, man, it's very hard to consider a class right now. Like, every time you think, oh yeah, everything's starting to go back to normal, and you know, you can book a flight somewhere and be reasonably sure that it's going to go ahead. It just doesn't. Things change at the drop of a hat. It's probably not worth travelling to Sydney at the moment or risking it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go down and hang out and teach a class. Do some painting, have fun. But fuck, it's just a risk. Just a risk for both myself and for Stonebeard to buy models. Clubhouse. Everyone can just come in here and fucking ask me questions and shit, right? Stay in your home. Boop. Yeah. That would have been fun. Anyone else watching MasterChef? Fuck, it's good at the moment. It's top 10 now. Chicken. Oh, I forgot a chicken nugget update for everyone. Got some great chicken nugget photos today. Alright. My little friend, little Hugo. So, he got himself a new toy. It is a meerkat. And here he is with his meerkat. What a little dude. And then this morning he was asleep and my girlfriend got up. He was like, "What are you doing?" Look at his fucking head. What is he doing? Just kind of want. Oh, he's been on fire. He's been on fire recently. A little champion. Yeah, he's a bit of a pest. He's a bit of a pest some of the time. Well, a lot of the time. But he's been getting cold recently, so he's been wanting to snuggle up. Here he is, like, trying to snuggle up on my girlfriend. He's like, "Hi, Mum. Can I have a cuddle?" He normally doesn't like cuddles. So it's very funny. And then after a big day, he'll lose it. He'll just be like, "Nah, I'm out. I'm out." He's a legend. He's so great. I take him to the doggy daycare tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. More Microsoft time, I think. Looks pretty good. How many coatings do you reckon you did, Wampa, before you were happy with it? Is it like a as many as you want type of thing, or what? How long is a piece of string? Sort of jobbo? Because like this one looks ready to go. This one does not. These ones do. Yes, indeed they are, honey bunny. So we've got a cross, some other little crosses, and a cross on Galahad, and on Galahad's banner, some crosses and a cross. And then on Sir Caius, the crossed keys, and on Sir Percival, the cross. A lot of crosses. No, why do you say that, mate? That's just wet. It looks good to me. It looks flush as. So this model is going to be entered in Queensland Model Hobby Expo in the historical models category. The Roman bust will also be entered in the historical busts category. And two things about the wonderful people at the Queensland Model Hobby Expo. They don't like non-metallic metal, and they don't like things that are different. So what we're going to do is do non-metallic metal and things different to the way they would do them. Seems good. They're historical buffs, mate. They love their historical stuff. They love it to be flat as a tack with no contrast and just look terrible. Look, they're just like, I reckon, every historical society of people who put together conventions and judge. They have the way they've liked things for a long time. They don't like things that are different. Which is why I like to do things different. I'm a rebel. I'm going to use an example, right? I'm going to show you a model. And the dude who painted this model is a lovely man. I'm a big fan of him. Genuinely kind-hearted, wonderful person who is always kind and shares his feedback all the time. We're gonna have to go and he Queensland figure modeler, great dude. But he won the gold in a category for historical painters, and I'm going to show you a picture of the one that he won with, because at Monte Sansovino, I do not think it would have gotten even a look in from the judges. I don't think it would have. It just wouldn't have got. How do I? Well, all right, I'm just going to do it this way. Oh, I got away. Thanks, mate. Rapid transit. Thanks, mate. I just remembered I did this. Here we go. How good am I going? Anyway, that right there, friends, is the model that won a gold medal. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. It's very nice, perfectly clean and smooth, and has no contrast and nothing at all of interest. That won a gold medal. There's one of mine. That won gold also. Also one of mine. That one's not mine. Wow, there's 288 photos in this. Yeah, it's just tidy, neat. Oh, here's two more of mine. There's another one of mine. Another one of mine. Show you some more of mine. That one's mine. That one's mine. That one's mine. I think that's all of the ones I entered. Oh no, I was wrong. That one's mine. I don't think I entered anything else. It's a cool competition. They have all sorts of stuff. Oh wait, I did. Yep, I did. That one's mine. That one's mine. That one's Lynchy's. The cavewoman bust is mine. Yeah. Anyway, so here is a picture of the historical bust that won the gold. Just a reminder. Very nice. I also painted a historical bust. I felt there was more contrast and more interest in it than that, but the judges did not agree. So, my thing's gone. It's just white. Stand by. Anyway, so they have a certain style of things that they like. Anything that diverges from that certain style of things doesn't often get a look at, is my point that I'm trying to make. So this, I doubt that, mate. I've seen your white OSL. This is more than likely not going to fall into the spectrum of things that they like. So there's only two choices you've got. Make it fucking baller, or do things the way that they like. Go for option A. Make it so baller that they can't do anything but give it a fucking medal anyway. or paint it white. I certainly would have thought so, yes mate, that it would be boring as to paint like that. It's got excellent attention to detail, you know, like very smooth. And as I said, he's a wonderful man. Every time I speak to him, he's very respectful, very kind, got time for everyone. He came down to Crystal Dragon a few years ago and entered some models and that, which was great. You know, so he's a top bloke. But that's just not a style of painting that I'm interested in. And I find it hard to extol the virtues of that style of painting, having been to Monty and seen the historical and scale model challenge, I suppose. See the way that the Europeans approach historical stuff. They're fairly progressed over that type of stuff. Which may be sounding elitist of me, and it's not meant to. Just trying to explain why I'm doing this in the way that I'm doing it. And the things that I like. If we want to talk about fantastic movies like The Fifth Element, we really should talk about one of the greatest movies of all time, which is, of course, Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get your ass to Mars. You're not you, you're me. See you at the party. The best line in the whole show. See you at the party, director. Great stuff. Oh my goodness, go and do yourself a favour. Do yourself a favour and just go watch it. You've got to understand though that it's Arnold Schwarzenegger at his finest. And if you're not a fan of Arnold, do yourself a favour and watch this video. Do yourself a favour and watch this video.
At Coles.
I don't want to watch a Coles ad. I just want to watch this fucking video. It's great. There you go. Just watch that bad boy. That's fantastic stuff. Michael Ironside, just hamming it up. Just hamming everything up. So great.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right, everyone. Chill.
Allow me to.
The best. That video has got 28 million views. I think people need to do something with their time other than watch Arnold Schwarzenegger quotes. But I've got to tell you, I've probably made up at least 20 of those views. And you can probably make that 21 tonight when I go home and into my bedroom and watch it again and enjoy Arnie, the great man himself. Anyway, Chris did say something very good there. Mate, if only that were the case, Chris P, if only it were the case that it came down to technical application and concept. It just doesn't though, mate. There's always ego. Let me caveat this. At any competition that is the big competitions were really great. They had a panel of judges. All of the judges were fantastic. Monty, SMC, very few people complained about medals, awarded medals. Some people did. You're never going to please everyone, of course, but on the whole it was pretty consistently agreed upon. But even then they have a bias of styles and things that they like, whereas these great men have their biases towards the way that things were done 20 years ago. That's what they like, that's what they want to see. Yeah. And again, I doubt there's very many times when it's actually like intentional. I'm sure it's just people have the way that they like things, their biases, and that's okay. I don't enter painting competitions to win medals outside of the Model of the Year award because I want to smash Ralph Reese, that fucker. And even then, it's more about just competing against myself and trying to do better than I have done the previous year. I'm not really worried about medals because it's just subjective about what people think, you know? Monday. G'day, Taria. How are you? Early morning for you, mate, isn't it? It's like 6 a.m. or something, 7 a.m. Breast Amam Una, I think. Yes, this helmet was not attached because I wanted to be able to paint his face, and that little nose guard is in a really uncomfortable spot. So, but I'm going to do some airbrushing of these metals now. Hey VPC. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this gear down, which is Panzer Putty, the modelling putty thing. No. glorious. Glorious stuff. Let's do a smidge of airbrushing. Actually, before we do that, let's do another layer of my Decals. And then we'll move those guys out of the way so I don't get any overspray on them. Wow, it's only 9 days away until we give away these vampires. That's exciting. I like giving away things to great people. So that's cool. They're a few short days away. And then I don't know what we're doing next month. Next month is a problem. Ah, thank you VPC. Yeah, that's a fun model to paint for non-metallic metals, I tell you what. Very fun. Very fun indeed. I look forward to seeing yours. That will be glorious. That is awful. Alright, now we can do some airbrushing on this guy. Let's add a little bit of brown into this. Space Wolves Grey. I have not. Broadside. May I sing a song for you? Ooh, Californication. Californication. On the state of Mississippi. Just another way to survive. California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release. Is that the right song? I'm not sure now. No. It's a Chili Peppers song though, isn't it? We used to play that album at Games Workshop all the time when I worked there. So all those songs just fuse in together. Good album though. Californication. Boom, 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 bim, bim, bim. Can't remember it, mate. I can't remember it. I'll give you another freebie. I know the song. It's running around in my head, but I can't think of the lyrics. Have another one. Have another freebie, champion. Just another way to survive. Haha! His face is there! G'day, roll one to explode. Oh, Everclear, Santa Monica. You're killing me. Raid! That's true. Oh my god, are those little vortex mixers? Little vortex mixer things? That is fantastic. It's going well, roll one to explode, thank you. Here is a little video of what I've been working on in the last few months of my stream. And we've finished, very close to finished today. That is a great emote, I love it. But I've got to, at the moment, I've actually got to sing Everclear Santa Monica. So, because someone paid points to make me sing Everclear Santa Monica. And it's been a fucking long time since I've sung that song as well. That I have to look up lyrics. But I definitely know that one. Great. I am still living with your ghost, lonely and dreaming of the West Coast. G'day, Goomba Paints. I don't wanna be your downtime. I don't wanna be your stupid game. With my big black boots and an old suitcase. Bam, 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 bam. Do believe I find myself a new place. I'll just go to the chorus. We can live beside the ocean, leave it far behind. Swim out past the breakers, watch the world die. We can live beside the ocean, leave it far behind. Swim out past the breakers, watch the world die. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, mate. Hungry and hard for the pain you took away. I'm dancing in my own weird way. Oh, that would take me back. I would have a look at this. I wonder if it's got. Wonder if it's got any classics. Yes. Oh, Alanis Morissette. Smooth Criminal. Yeah. No, this doesn't look like the playlist that we had. We used to pick our own playlist, and it just used to be. Oh yeah, there's some good tracks in there. It just used to be weird songs like At the Drive-In, System of a Down, Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, Won't You Come. That one was on there. That's a pretty good playlist. I might have a look at that later on. Only all the pain you took away. I don't wanna be your downtown. We can try to shake away this disease. Dun, dun, dun. We can't live beside the ocean, leave it far behind. Swim out past the breaker, watch the world die. Better or worse? Depending on your perspective, that could be both, I suppose. What were you working on your stream roll one to explode? I did a shout out for you already, so I'm very bad at shouting out other streamers, but what were you doing, champion? I always forget. Any of the raiders on there want to share? If roll one's just done a raid and run, which is a-okay because I do it all the time. And in fact, I plan on doing it in about 15 minutes time. While I go pour some resin. Demisexual colour themed. Outstanding. Oh, Honey Bunny, this is your first song choice. This is your first Make Me Sing a Song. What a special moment this is. I bet you Colwell wouldn't sing a song for you. I'll only sing a song if you agree that I'm your favourite Australian painter. I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. I don't want anybody else. Oh no, oh no. Fuck if I can remember any other lyrics from that song. It's been a long time since I've heard that song, man. People are picking weird songs for me to sing, I've got to tell you. Broadside's come in with some classics from the friggin' 90s. Bunny's cracking out with some divinals from probably the 80s, wasn't it? Very good, roll one. Thanks for the raid, mate. Have a great day. I'm pretty sure I've raided you in the past, so we'll call it a tie. We'll call it even. What era do I prefer? Any era where there's a Disney version of a song. Sergeant Benton. No, mate, you did a great job. They are some great tracks. I honestly don't care what songs people pick. It's all fun and games. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. I wonder if Hugo would dance. He does like dance around a little bit when I'm singing with him. Like gets up in his hind legs and he's like, but I think he's just trying to bite me. Thanks, mate. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, I don't want anybody else. Oh no, oh no. All right, one more coat of. This is a good start on this chap. And what's great is I can just be like, boop. Let's keep working on his face. Boop. I'm excited to do black armor and black clothing. That'll be fun, and a white thing. All right, one more microsol layer. No worries for the rest of the days. Alright. Well, if we're lucky, friends, Wednesday this week, we'll have some finished Camelot pictures. If we're lucky. If we're lucky. Conrad, blue first, and then red. So if you want to think about it in terms of traffic lights, blue is very close to green, which means go first. Red, stop if you haven't done the blue. That's very helpful. That's not helpful at all, I know. Alright, great friends. It's been a bit of fun tonight. Let's have a look at who we can raid tonight. So just to highlight again what we did. We did this this great dude. Getting started on him, a Crusader, a historical Crusader. Look forward to continuing him on Wednesday night. And then we did the Decals at the start of the show, which was very stressful and very fun. And I'm looking forward to varnishing them so that we can see what they look like. And then doing a little bit of airbrushing, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, we're going to raid someone, and it is going to be someone... Oh, Sleepy Slang, very sorry, mate. Let's go have a look at 8-pointed star painting, because I'm not sure that we've raided very often. Just see who else is doing the miniature figures at the moment. Still Rebel, we raided her the other night. She was doing great stuff. 8-pointed star is painting a dude from... Did we raid that guy? I'm pretty sure we did, actually. Yeah, we did raid 8-pointed star, didn't we? Oh, no, actually, I don't think we did.
Yeah, crap then. I reckon there'll be...
I think someone suggested it and we didn't.
3 up save. They'll move 14 inches. Bravery 7.
I'll just have a look who else is on here.
I think you'll find that everything that comes out for the new Stormcast will be a 3 up save.
Yeah, let's raid 8-pointed star. I'm certain I haven't I'm certain I haven't raided him yet. Jan, I think you might have even suggested him last stream. So let's raid 8-pointed star, shall we? It's been a pleasure and a privilege, friends. You're all amazing. Unfortunately,
a new archery
it's not the rest. I don't have much of the rest of my day. I have have a little resin pour, and then I'm going to probably go to sleep. I've got a big day at work tomorrow. All right, friends, it's been a great stream. Have a happy Party Monday to you all.
He has the Judicator symbol embossed on his shoulder pad.
See you all on Wednesday night, if you join me or not.
With the Knight Judicator hero, that's pretty much guaranteed that we're going to have a new Judicator hero. You heard it here first. So, wow, running out of blue. Holy crap! Big Deno! We got the big dicks in the house. Oh, I was lurking around in your stream this morning, Deno. That Camelot stuff is looking